obviously have a chat and talk to them about why we lose referees because of this sort of behaviour.
That's right, 100%.
But many parents drop their kids off at a club. And some clubs are really good. Some clubs have got great referee liaisons. Like they, come and see, I've got the thing, they actually say referee liaison. A good club is over at Burton. They have like a referee liaison. Glenira, referee liaison. Right? And they have just one person who only deals with referees and, regardless of whether they win, lose or draw, but that person is the person where the referee, young kid, can go and feel safe. Right? Any other clubs they go, what happens is the referee walks in, who do I find? Who do I speak to? Go to the canteen. Okay, your change room is over here. Then the referee has to find their way around. No support.
Yeah.
Right?
That's one of the things, yeah.
So, and we're talking young kids.
Yeah,
we're not
yeah,
talking adults are different. You and I, we can
the
figure
new
it
ones,
out.
the green shirts.
The green shirts.
Yeah.
They're the ones where some clubs are really smart.
Yes.
Referee liaison, and they know. The person's got like a high-vis referee and walks around the pitch all the time and watches what's going on.
Provide some sort of security. Yeah.
And just a simple thing like that, and those referees like going back to that club because they know that they're supportive.
I'm coming.
Anyway, all the best.
It was nice.
Take care, all right?
Thank you so much.
No worries.
If you can take my note on board.
Don't worry, I've
for the resources.
I have the person to speak with as well.
Thank you so much.
Come on, run, Forrest. I'm just talking to the president, and he was saying to me that
Mate, do I need seats out on the bench? Sorry? Do I need any more seats on the bench? I'll go take them over for you.
Who's the goalkeeper who let the one in?
Test 2 2 2 1 2.
You must be sick, Mike. You must be sick. Sick. You're not first. You're always last. Not first.
Good afternoon and welcome to round 6 of the 2025 NPL Women's Victoria competition as 11th place Brunswick Juventus hosts 3rd place Heidelberg United in what is going to be a wet and dour, and the pitch is in pristine condition for the time being, but in wet conditions here across CV Smith Reserve. Michael Thompson with you for this one and what should be a cracking contest. Just to give you guys a bit of context as well with both teams. Last week, Heidelberg drawing 1-1 with Alamein in their first draw in season 2025, where Moreland have gone down to South Melbourne last Sunday at Lakeside Stadium. With both sides in the middle, Mia Bailey captaining the side today in place of Steph Galea, and we'll get to that very, very shortly. And Nathalie Schauer, who is the captain for Brunswick Juventus. A starting 11 for both sides, starting with the home side, Brunswick Juventus. Peyton Woodward will be in goals. Alongside her, Mia Sikorsky, Sienna Coppola, Anastasia Ramel, Denia McKenzie, Alyssa Smith, Eda McEwen, Layla Butler, Shishida Nanami, Natalie Grimer, and Nathalie Chaya, the captain. And on the bench is Colosimo, Rexby, Churchy, Offinitas, Alaquay, and our team. For Heidelberg United on the lineup in goals, of course, is the captain Mia Bailey, and alongside her is Maya Hayson, number 2, number 3 Rosie Wild, Cameron Barrera, number 4, Sawa Matsuda, number 5, Catherine Vlapoulos, number 8, Keely Lockhart, number 9, number 16 Molly Burke, number 14 Oscar Mayada, Samantha Kerwood Wagner, number 20, and number 24 Heidi Dry. And on the subs bench here for Heidelberg today, Bronte Peel, the goalkeeper, Anastasia Karikou, Amelia Ingalls, Liana Fortunos, Nicole Cooper, and Marika Chua. So this should be a cracking contest here at CB Smith Reserve for this one. Heidelberg with a good start to the season, 3 wins, draw, and a loss. And as we mentioned, Moreland still languishing in 11th position. They've only got the solitary win, no draws so far in the season 2025, and 4 losses as we are underway here at CB Smith Reserve in what should be a dour affair. Pitch is looking like it's in pristine condition. However, the weather has turned in the last 5 to 10 minutes. It's gone from being sunny to cloudy and now to wet weather football. So that ball will get heavier and heavier as the match progresses. Heidelberg through the middle though. Start things off, kept away here by Peyton Woodward, the American for Brunswick Juventus. Of course, Brunswick Juventus, part of the famous colours of the men. Brunswick Juventus will see that ball go out to touch. It'll be a Heidelberg throw-in on the far side of the grandstand pitch here at CB Smith Reserve as the rain continues to team down here in Faulkner. This is the weather's starting to turn as winter starts to become more ominous across Melbourne. Barrero inside the 18-yard box here, headed away was Matsuda for Heidelberg. The ball will stay with Heidelberg and it will be picked up here by Peyton Woodward. And for Heidelberg, of course, Mia Bailey in goals, also the captain of the team this afternoon. Steph Galea not partaking, so we know Steph brings a lot of experience not only to Victorian football on the women's slate, but also nationally as well. She's one of the stalwarts in Australian football in this country, and will be missed this afternoon. Heidelberg would like to try and achieve their 4th win of the season to try and stay within that top 3. As I said, 3 wins, a draw and a loss for them. And it came with their first draw of 2025 after drawing with Alamein last week, 1-1. A decent crowd inside the grandstand, probably the only dry place to be if you're not a gaffer or one of the players on the park or even a player or coaching staff on the bench. The weather will turn over the course of the next couple of hours. Coppola inside there for Masuda. Heidelberg going inside. Dropping to the deck there was Anastasia Ramel. Kicked away there by Heidelberg. And it might go again here, and they do. That goes over the byline and will be a goal kick for Brunswick Juventus. There's only a few minutes lapse here in this one. Brunswick Juventus nil, Heidelberg United nil. Chancey now for Brunswick Juventus on the run and on the counter-attack in their front half. There by McKenzie. Brunswick passes back. Chance inside here, cut off again beautifully. And they are away. Through Masuda. Here for now for Heidelberg. They're going to go on this front half and to the left-hand side for Kelly Lockhart, one of the stalwarts of Burgers football for a couple of seasons now. She's inside the 18-yard box. She's got 2 to deal with. Good slide tackle attempt there by Natalie Grimer. Heidelberg retain possession. It's on this left-hand channel. And they cross back here now for Molly Burke, who loses possession. And away here is Anastasia Ramel for Brunswick Juventus. Good pass in now for Layla Butler, the former South Melbourne star. Played a trade at South Melbourne as a youngster and is fitting nicely into this Brunswick Juventus side in 2025. However, Heidelberg are on the counter-attack here through Rosie Wild. On this on the right-hand side so far. Pitch here at CB Smith Reserve. They're going to try and cross it in. And Brunswick, I should say, leaning back really nicely with a couple of defenders going back there for a little bit of relief. So Heidelberg now middle of the park of CB Smith Reserve. Good cross up here for Kelly Lockhart. Juggled that nicely off the chest and nice right boot. Might be a bit too much power there for Oscar Mayato, and it was. Ball again goes over the byline. So in the first couple of minutes of this contest, it's really been Heidelberg with more of the attacking than anything else. Brunswick have had to play a bit more of a defensive role in the first 5-6 minutes of this contest. We know what Heidelberg can do. Ball goes out to touch. There will be a Brunswick Juventus throw in. Thrown in here by Shishida Nanami. Camberero passes back defensively now for Maya Hayson to Mia Bailey, back to Hayson. And Heidelberg are just happy to play around with it for the time being. Bailey, Hayson. Now for Lockhart, she's got 3 to deal with. She did well to get out of that traffic jam. Barrero thought about going for a bit of a run. She's going to cross this one in, does so. Finds Velopoulos. Not a bad attempt from long range from Catherine Velopoulos. Again, Peyton Woodward was able to get her hands on that one. And Brunswick with possession back. Headed away nicely by Keely Lockhart. Burke and Jewel there with Alyssa Smith. And again, possession going away of the yellow side, the away team. So Heidelberg wearing their traditional yellow kit this afternoon. As quick shot here away. Great opportunity there for Masuda, but Woodward did really well. And can Nathali Chea, the captain, can she clear her line? She can't. And again, it's all Heidelberg. So Heidelberg again got to go on a counter-attack here. And a chance here to the right-hand side. Well, Samantha Kerwood-Wagner will be a corner for Heidelberg. And their first real opportunity of the afternoon going away of the away side. Still 0-0 here at CB Smith Reserve between Heidelberg and the Brunswick Juventus. Brunswick Juventus wearing their traditional zebra stripes, the black and whites. Kicking to the right-hand side of your screen this afternoon. Heidelberg, likewise, wearing their traditional yellow kit. Kicking to the left-hand side of your screen in this first half. So corner kick here with the Burgers. Pass is good for Vlaopoulos. They're going to cross this one inside the 18-yard box again. Chancey now for Wagner. Can she get on the back end of that one? Cleared away beautifully by Brunswick Juventus, and a great save by Peyton Woodworth, the American. Ball goes out of touch. It'll be saved again by Heidelberg. It'll be a Heidelberg throw in, but a tremendous save there by Brunswick Juventus. And they are continuing to be put under a lot of pressure in the first 10 minutes of this contest by Heidelberg. Barrero. Hayson. Pass is good. Cut off there in the end. Burke was trying to insert herself into that one. Wagner, who's had a couple of shots on goal in the early going to this first half. Unfortunately, was in a 3-on-1 situation and it's cleared away nicely there. So Sienna Coppola might go for a run. She hits the deck. Referee race play on. Fair gain to Brunswick. Players not too pleased with that decision. Alyssa Smith lobs that ball now for Anastasia Ramel. She's been cut off in the end by Maya Haston, and she'll pass that ball back inside for Mia Bailey to captain this afternoon. A lot of possession so far in the first half, but this one's gone the way of Heidelberg. Hayson to Oscar Mayada. Barrero. Smith got that ball cut off again. And they keep this ball in. Brunswick, they do. Grimer. Good slide tackle there from Keely Lockhart. Inside the 18-yard box now. Chancey for Ramel. And unfortunately, Ramel was offside at the very last second. She was in a great position on the edge of the 6-yard box, and third official has said otherwise, making sure that it would be offside there for Brunswick Juventus, and Heidelberg get out of jail, but it would have been a first good opportunity there for Brunswick Juventus to score their first goal of this game. As mentioned, Brunswick still looking for their second win of the season. Heidelberg want to try and get their fourth win of the season this afternoon. Again, possession's gone the way of Heidelberg for most of this one. Masuda, long range, wasn't too bad. Woodward did well, couldn't contain it, but she's gone back there and picked up the ball. She starts to look for options across CB Smith Reserve. Rain has stopped temporarily here. The weather radar is telling us that there will be some rain during the course of the game on a bleak Saturday afternoon at Faulkner. Throw in here for Brunswick Juventus will be Natalie Grimer. She looks for a teammate, headed away net beautifully by Kelly Lockhart. It's gone about 5 metres on this right-hand channel, so stay with Brunswick Juventus. And likewise again, Natalie Grimer will go again from the throw-in. Lockhart's got to get it out of there. Grimer's done well. Stick by a girl and did so well. Dispossessed Barrero. But Heidelberg able to clear their lines. Masuda can't contain it, can't control it, can't keep it in. And he'll head back with the way of Brunswick Juventus. Grimer. Still 0-0 here at CB Smith Reserve. Round 6 of the 2025 NPL Women's Victoria for one of many Saturday afternoon clashes here, and keep you across the games that are happening around the grounds. There's a lot of action happening in both the men's and women's competition during the Football Victoria season. Of course, Preston and Bentley in the women's side played last night. Preston played in the men's last night as part of their double header. So we'll give you the results of what happened last night at BT Connor Reserve very, very shortly. All staying here with Heidelberg. The two fires going at it, and Masuda and Sikorsky. And Masuda wins that battle between her and Sikorsky. It'll be a throw-in here for Heidelberg United. 25 yards out from their goal. Masuda. And offside for Heidelberg. On ball's good. Here for Heidelberg. Oscar Mayada. All crosses in. Probably a bit too much there for Heidelberg, in particular Masuda. Heads out for touch to Brunswick Juventus. Another throw in. So rain starts to split down again here in Faulkner.
Throwing taken, home tack, now wait side.
Mayada.
Correct, wait side. Wait side.
Lockhart dispossessed. Chancey now on the run is Anastasia Ramel, but she's going to be cut off at the very end there. Well done by Rosie Wild to find her teammate Amia Bailey. And Ramel just hasn't been able to get herself going in the early goings of this game so far this afternoon. Just having to deal with both Hayson and Rosie Wild, who've been really good defensively so far for Heidelberg. Brunswick through the middle here at Faulkner. And offside yet again. It would have been an offside, but referee's going to wave play on. Official had the flag up. As we see Cameron Barrero go on a run. Touch there from Masuda back to Barrero. Might go for Kelly Lockhart with the left boot. Up the knot, so he crosses the inside here from Masuda. She's juggled that really well, and it will be a corner here for Heidelberg. Sarah Masuda did really well to juggle that really well. It was a good cross in there from Cameron Barrero. Fortunately, had two defenders still to.
Sorry, mate. I meant the other side with the rest of the
No, man,
spectators.
get here, mate. Better luck, mate. Sorry.
It's right here. All right, then stand over here and wear this if you don't want to get.
No, all right.
Oh, the other side with the other spectators. We've already got a commentator.
Oh, mate.
Just stand away from this. Do you see the mic? Use
Yeah,
your eyes.
I do.
Cross
mate.
in.
But it's raining, and I'll stand where I want to stand. Thank you very much. Great country.
Cut up by Vlaplos. Riled.
Okay. Taken away.
Cross in here from Heidelberg.
Waiter.
Brunswick Juventus. Clearing that away through Anastasia Ramel. Has had to play more of a defensive role than where she should be. She's normally their number one in particular, but they're going to need some extra help, unfortunately, there in the back half because Heidelberg's front half pressures been amazing. Butler here for Brunswick. She's gone on a bit of a run. Good clean tackle there from Rosie Wild. Ball goes out of touch here.
Wrong taken, untacked.
Juventus, long range.
Shot on target, away side.
Mia Bailey grabs that one there for Heidelberg.
Wait side.
Barrero.
Waiter.
Masuda with a great Midas touch there on the run there was Vlaplos, but it's been cut off in the end by Eda McEwen, who's been a little bit quiet so far this afternoon defensively for Brunswick. Back to Woodward.
Onside.
Wild.
Waiter.
Hayson. Hardy Dry, who's Also been a little bit quieter so far this afternoon. Party dry again. Good pass for Rosie Wild. Good touch back from Mia Bailey into Maya Hayson. Barrero on a run here is Kelly Lockhart. Over the top here, Masuda on a bit of a run. Again, a bit too much power on that cross inside the 18-yard box for Sarah Masuda, and picked up again beautifully by Peyton Woodward, who's I believe it'll be a 4th or 5th save so far in this half. Ramel try to get one of her teammates on the run, but ball's on to the bread basket for Mia Bailey. As Brunswick Juventus will be happy to see our ball go out to touch again. Mullet through here for Natalie Grimer. Grimer's going to go for a little bit of a run. Can she try and keep this ball in? And it's going to go over the byline. So, fortunately, Natalie Grimer's run out of real estate. And a goal kick here for Heidelberg. Still 0-0 here at CB Smith Reserve between Brunswick Juventus and Heidelberg. 20 minutes gone in this first half.
Stand by for a wide side by goal presented.
So we'll give you some scores from last night in particular.
Waiter. 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 Hindsight. Hindsight. Hindsight.
Lost there by McKenzie.
Home danger.
And that ball will go out for touch again.
And it'll be away safe, away goal for safe.
So last night Preston took on Bentley Greens at home. In front of again another big crowd at BT Connor Reserve, and they've done well so far over the course of this season. Have the Lions, their Lionesses got the job done in a 4-3 win over the Bentley Greens. Valentine Percy with a hat-trick in that one, and Preston's men's side got the job done 2-1 over Dandenong City last night. Barrera inside, kicked away here by Eden McKeon. Of course, so many other games happening this afternoon and for the rest of the weekend. In match day 6 of the competition, we'll get Box Hill and South Melbourne's results from yesterday. Likewise, Spring Hills and Senior NTC. Essendon Rolls are playing Alamein right now, and later today to wrap up round number 6 of the NPL Women's Competition, Bulleen and Boondawa down at the Veneto Club. Corner here for Heidelberg, headed away, and it's gone over the byline again for a goal kick here for Brunswick Juventus. Also, the game last night at Wembley Park, South Melbourne with a 4-1 win over Box Hill as they continue their dominance in the top half of the table. In a wedding dower for Box Hill last night.
Now it's going to be away, throwing safe.
We'll keep you across the game again between, of course, the Essendon Royals game and Alamein. During the course of the afternoon, Kelly Lockhart tries to get on the back end of that one, but cut off there beautifully by Natalie Grimer. Kicked away there by Maya Hayson. Well, halfway through this first half, still 0-0 here at CB Smith Reserve between Brunswick Juventus and Heidelberg United. Wild. Been cut off. That's for Brunswick. That was well done there from Layla Butler. She's trying to get the ball back here. And she's put a bit too much mayo on that cross inside the box. It's gone over the crossbar and out for a goal kick. Layla Butler coming from South Melbourne. Her first season with Brunswick Juventus and hasn't done too badly in her first few appearances for the club. Still very, very young. In her infancy in football here. Capola. It's going to go for a little bit of a run, but again, having to deal with 3 Heidelberg players. Lockhart's. Lockhart again. Going to go for a little bit of a run as the veteran for Heidelberg. And a bit of space here for Barrero, but it got cut off. I stay with Heidelberg, it does too. Kelly Lockhart. She's got to go long range here. And that's gone over the crossbar. So Layla Butler on one end for Brunswick Juventus. Trying to be very adventurous from long range. And likewise, Kelly Lockhart for Heidelberg United trying to also be adventurous from long range. And the further this game goes and the further that ball gets plenty of water, that ball's going to be very waterlogged, probably a bit more harder to kick as the match progresses. Brunswick on this left-hand side of that ball out for touch. We'll stay with Heidelberg. Lockhart. Burke. Passes back in for Mayada. Lockhart. Can't get through, actually she will. Kelly Lockhart trying to get Kerwood Wagner potentially in space. And chance there for Masuda, she misses. That was a great lock-in, crossing now I should say, from Kelly Lockhart. Barrero with the back heel to Kelly Lockhart, who's looked very threatening in the last few possessions for the Burgers. Mayada. Crosses inside, headed away. Good shot, but it's gone above the crossbar there for Sarah Matsuda. As the rain continues to trickle down here at CB Smith Reserve. Kerwood Wagner for Heidelberg's been dispossessed and well, they've turned that ball over, haven't they, Brunswick? Lack of communication. Payson Woodward's picking up the scraps again for Brunswick in goals. Good headed away and a bit of tennis with both sides, both keepers getting touches there in the last few possessions. Likewise now Mia Bailey, as we said, if you just joined us, Steph Galay not playing this afternoon. So Mia Bailey, the standing captain, in goals this afternoon for Heidelberg, their number one keeper. She's leading these girls out there this afternoon. Mayada. It's been cut off, so turned over again on the counter-attack. Here was Brunswick Juventus. And the moment they try to go on a little bit of a counter-attack themselves, Lockhart. It's been cut off. Ramel inside here. Chance now for Brunswick Juventus to get the first goal, and they do through Natalie Grimer. And Brunswick strike first. It was a good pass in there from Anastasia Ramel. And Natalie Grimer, who's been threatening for a better part of a few minutes, a few possessions here for Brunswick Juventus. The home side get the first goal of the afternoon in front of their faithful at CB Smith Reserve. Brunswick Juventus 1, Heidelberg United 0. And it's exactly what they wanted. So Grimer on the score sheet this afternoon.
Away safe. Now away attack.
And now it's a question of what can Heidelberg do to try and come back into this one.
Way attack. Correct. Way attack. Way attack.
Well, congratulations as well to Natalie Grimer. That's her
Way
first goal
attack.
in the NPL Women's Victoria competition. Her 23rd appearance this afternoon for Brunswick Juventus, and she scored her first goal. There is Grimer on the last line of defence for Brunswick Juventus. And Heidelberg through Barrero has possession. And they've turned that ball over, only for the small time. Barrero again. It's done well. Wild. Heidi dry. Cross in. Fortunately, there's a wall of black and white shirts. So Brunswick setting themselves up with a zone. And this is a good start here for Brunswick Juventus. Mayada. Now to Kerwood Wagner. Wagner. Can she get herself a goal? Good opportunity there from Samantha Kerwood Wagner. Goes over the crossbar. I think Woodward might have had last touch on it, and she did. So it'll be a corner for Heidelberg. And they can set themselves up for yet another set-piece corner. We'll try and level things here at CV Smith Reserve as the rain continues to trickle down here in Faulkner. On a wet and dreary afternoon around Melbourne town. And of course, the heavens opened yesterday, and the last bit of summer sunshine has come to an end. Cleared away here by Brunswick Juventus. Off the boot there of Sienna Coppola. And going for it there was Cameron Barrero. And he heads over now on the right-hand side of the byline. Brunswick Juventus 1, Heidelberg United 0. And we're over half an hour ticked over in this game. Good turnout for Brunswick Juventus this afternoon.
Selfie taken. Onside. Waiter.
As it continues to get heavier here out of Faulkner. Masuda. Mayada. Barrero on this left-hand side now for Heidelberg, looking for options, crosses inside the 18-yard box. Good juggle down there. Kerwood Wagner from long range. Good save again from Peyton Woodward. A bit of a tussle and a battle there. And Brunswick Juventus have won that battle and won that tussle for the time being, but it's been cut off there beautifully by Molly Burke. And there might have been a bit too much on that pass there from Burke. So Brunswick Juventus on this counter-attack. Ramel, who set up the last goal, has unfortunately been cut off there. Through the middle by Heidelberg. Burke. Kerwood Wagner. Now for Masuda. It's been threatening in the front half of Heidelberg all afternoon so far. Ball stays with Brunswick Juventus in goals. Ramel the last touch. Mackenzie. And when Brunswick thought they were trying to get themselves out of trouble and fails to do so, is cut off again by Molly Burke. Crossover, headed away. And that ball is going to go up for touch, and it does. Cam Barrero. Lockhart. Bumped off. Lockhart might go now for a bit of a run. She does. Inside here. Brunswick again. Set up a wall. And they're away through Danae McKenzie. Now Anastasia Ramel's going to go for a run. She might outrun Rosie Wild here. Wild might get to the ball, but Ramel, can she keep her footing? She can't. Slips over on the wet patch on the right-hand side of CV Smith Reserve. And Well, the players got to be careful this afternoon because it may be a soft landing, but unfortunately
Way safe.
it's a wet one out there, and the pitch is starting to look a little bit worse for wear as the rain
Way
trickles
back.
down here at Faulkner.
Way back.
Lockhart,
Way
Mayada, Burke.
Way back. Correct. One
And
side.
Brunswick again have just got too many players down
One
back,
side.
and they've set themselves up nicely at Brunswick, and they are going for a little bit of a run again. On the run, here was Layla Butler. Butler going for a chance here on the right-hand side. She's done well because Brunswick keep possession.
Throwing and danger.
Now it's cleared away there by Molly Burke.
Correct.
It will be Natalie Grimer to throw this ball in. The recipient on the goal on the score sheet this afternoon so far. As mentioned, her 23rd appearance for Brunswick Juventus, and she's netted her first goal in NPLW Victoria this afternoon.
Okay. Throwing taken on.
So Grimer will get ball back here, and she's going to let that one trickle out. Off touch again and throw it back in.
Again. Correct, throwing taken.
And Anastasia Ramel is
Now it's going to be.
fortunately caught
Away
offside.
safe. Way free kick safe. Offside. Correct. Correct. Stand by. Free kick taken. Away safe.
It's been a tale of two halves so far in this first half.
Way safe. Correct. Way safe.
First 15 to 20 minutes, Heidelberg were doing all the attacking, and then in the last couple, 10 to 15 minutes, it's been Brunswick Juventus with that counter attack, and done really well and net themselves a goal.
Home attack.
Brunswick have been able to play to conditions so far this afternoon, and Heidelberg have not. Chance again. Mia Bailey
Home shot on target.
gets her mitts on
Way
that
safe.
one. Long ball is good here for Camberero.
Away
She's
safe,
going to go
safe.
for a run.
Way safe.
On that wing now through the middle for Molly Burke.
Way back.
Mayada.
Way. Correct. Way back. Way back.
Matsuda. Velopoulos, who's been a bit quiet so far this afternoon.
Now it's gonna
Ball
be
goes
home
out.
Safe. Home throwing safe. Correct. Throwing taken. Home safe. Anthony on safe again. Stand by. Correct. Throwing taken. Home safe. Now it's going to be way back, way throwing back. Correct. Throwing taken, way back. Way back, and that's going to be...
Brunswick
home
with possession
safe. Home throwing
for
safe.
Matsuda.
Correct.
As both teams, their benches are just going for a little bit of runs just to try and keep themselves nice and warm. As you know, it's players out there at the moment will be nice and warm from the amount of mileage in their
Home
legs.
safe.
Those on the bench are probably
Home safe. Anthony,
a little bit cold for the time being, but will just keep going for small jogs, small runs just to try and keep those bodies warm, because who knows when they need to be subbed in at any time. So Brunswick with a throw in.
Home safe. Way back.
Mayada pass back, does so.
Way back.
Too much there for Matsuda.
Way back.
And Peyton Woodward again is going to
safe.
get her hands on that one. And a little conversation there with Matsuda. They're playing really well goals right now for Brunswick. Heidelberg doing everything right, just not finding probably the right avenue towards goal, and Brunswick have just sort of set themselves up in the defensive zone every time Heidelberg try and score, or every time Heidelberg have the opportunity to try and score in front of goal.
Home side.
Ramel jogs that one down nicely for Brunswick.
Home attack.
Mia Bailey
And
just
away side.
telling her teammates to relax a little bit.
Correct. Away side.
Just keeping the patience. As we tick now into the 40th minute of this contest. Bailey.
Away side.
Suda.
Away attack.
Small touch was
Away
okay.
attack.
Can they keep possession here?
Away attack.
Heidelberg. They do. And they run now on the
Away
right, on the
attack.
left-hand side. Far left, I should say. And Brunswick is possessed that ball
Away
again.
attack now from the way.
Going for touch.
Throwing attack.
And over the bar and over the touch line now for a throw in here for Heidelberg.
Correct. Throwing taken. Away attack.
Good throw in there for Kerwood Wagner.
Away attack.
She crosses that in. Try to find
Home
Kelly
side.
Lockhart.
Home side.
Smith on the back end of that one.
White
Had it
car.
dispossessed. Mayata
White
from
car.
long range.
Wide
Not a
anchor,
bad
wide
idea-
shot, wide,
idea there for
and side,
Mayata.
and side.
And for the third time in this half, it's gone over the crossbar for Heidelberg. But Peyton Woodward's been on it really well so far this afternoon.
Goal kick taken. Home side. Now it's going to be away attack, away throwing attack.
Camberero. Lockhart headers it up for Molly Burke.
Away attack.
Burke battling here with Layla Butler. Burke doing well. Thought about going back to
Wide anchor.
Lockhart, did so in the end. Natalie Grimer's fighting tooth and nail. And Natalie Grimer wins the ball here for Brunswick.
Home side. Home
She's
side.
doing it on both ends of the pitch so far this afternoon is Natalie Grimer.
Away attack.
Scoring goals in one end and defending goals in the other
Away
ends.
attack.
Be very happy if you're a Brunswick fan so far this afternoon with how she's been playing.
Away attack.
Burke, Lockhart,
Away attack.
Kerwood Wagner couldn't get her feet to it.
Away attack.
Guerrero has got to deal with Anastasia Ramel.
Away
Curled away
attack.
from her and did well there.
Away attack.
Guerrero,
Correct.
Mayada,
Attack.
Lockhart might get it. No, she can't. Now the Grimer's on the back end, the last line of defence, but it's been dispossessed there by Kelly Lockhart.
Away anchor.
Chance now here for Kerwood Wagner. It's been
Shot
ricocheted there.
wide to the right corner.
Defended well there by Sikorsky. It will be a corner kick, another corner for Heidelberg.
Confirmed. 0-5.
And Kerwood Wagner, that would be, I believe, her third opportunity at goals this afternoon for Heidelberg. Fortunately, she's netted none so far. Hewitt Faulkner this afternoon. It'll be Cameron Barrero for Heidelberg. Send this ball in.
Right. Corn taken, wide anchor.
Lockhart trying to go on the head of that one. Mayada battling with Ramel. Ramel wins the battle.
Home side.
Going to find
Home
a player in
attack.
space.
Home attack.
Going for a little bit of run there for Sienna Coppola.
Now it's going to be home.
Mia Bailey's just going to
Attack.
tee that ball out to touch. There'll be a throw in here for Brunswick.
Right.
So Brunswick have done really well so far. They're really clear lines when they need to.
Home taken,
Heidelberg
attack. Home attack.
at times have just looked a bit
Wide
stagnant.
side. Wide side. Now it's going to be home attack. Home throwing attack.
We're throwing here for Eden McEwen.
Home taken, home attack. Home attack.
Kerwood Wagner been dispossessed,
Home attack.
and it will be a free kick for
Now it's gonna
Heidelberg.
be away side. Away free kick side.
We're nearing the end of
Away side. Away free kick
regulation
side.
time. Was waiting the fourth official to put up the semaphore board about how many minutes of stoppage time we will receive in this first half.
Way attack.
Since there hasn't been many stoppages
Way.
in this one and only one goal, you would say it'd be about maybe 60 to 120 seconds of stoppage time. Layla did well, cut off there by Kelly Lockhart. It's going to go out to touch again, but it's going to stay with Brunswick.
Now it's going to be home.
And Brunswick in the back end of this first half are in their front third. It'll be Natalie Grimer to throw this ball in.
And what?
As the rain continues to be a pivotal factor here at Faulkner. Headed away. Dragged down by Butler. Mayada said no to Masuda.
Right side.
She'll kick it back
Right side.
here for Hasten. And Heidelberg crosses that from Masuda inside their front third. Good header there.
Right side.
Maybe a bit too much there for Masuda or even Kelly Lockhart to go for. Barrero. Good touch back there for Mayada.
Right side.
Wild.
Right side.
Now for Vlapoulos. It's been cut off in the end there.
Home side.
Nanami.
Away side. Away side.
Cambarero might run out of real estate for her, and it does.
Home attack. Home throwing attack.
So Brunswick will be very happy to go into the rooms at half-time with this 1-0 lead.
Throwing taken. Home attack. Home
Grimer.
attack. Anthony home throwing attack again. Stand by. Yep.
Brunswick looking for their second win of the season. And so far they're halfway to that. Leading 1-0 in this one here at CB Smith Reserve.
Right side. Right side. Right side.
Burke.
Right side.
Too much there for Masuda.
Home side. Home. Danger.
And that ball's going to go over the byline.
And away
As
side.
the fourth official is going to put the board up shortly, and we'll see how many minutes of stoppage time we'll get in this first half. Instead of probably get maybe 1 or 2 minutes due to the lack of stoppages so far in this first half.
Right side. Home attack. Home attack. Home attack.
And we're going to get 60 seconds left of this first half. So Heidelberg have a chance, and
Home attack.
they did through the middle. However, they've been cut away here now by Brunswick Juventus. On the run there was Layla Butler.
And home. Rolling. Danger. Stand by.
And you would say potentially this would be the final possession of this first half going away at the home side. So Brunswick will potentially now take a 1-0 lead heading into the sheds at half time.
Home danger.
Ramel.
Danger. Home danger.
Grimer, can she get her feet to it? She
Right
can't.
side. Away side.
Kerwood Wagner
Right side.
might go for a bit of a run. She does. Good battle there between her and McEwen.
Right back.
And Kerwood Wagner hits the
Free
deck,
kick
and
attack.
McEwen's going to get a card for her troubles.
Yep. And
Eda
home
McEwen
right
getting her
back.
first yellow card of this game this afternoon. The first yellow card distributed of this game has gone the way of Brunswick Juventus.
Let's stand by for away free kick attack.
In what's been a real free-flowing affair here at CB Smith Reserve, the football hasn't had too much stoppage at all in the slightest. Barrero take this free kick here for Heidelberg. Give them one opportunity to try and equalise before half-time.
Right side.
And that might be enough here. The referee looks at her watch.
And that's half time.
And that is half-time here at CB Smith Reserve.
Confirmed.
In a seesawing affair, as to tell the two halves start this first half.
Yep.
Really dominate first 15-20 minutes here by Heidelberg United, but the momentum really shifted once Natalie Grimer got her first goal of the campaign, her 22nd appearance for Brunswick Juventus, her first goal in the NPL Women's Victoria, and that is the lone goal that we've seen so far here on what's been a wet and miserable day here in Faulkner, CB Smith Reserve. So we'll take a short break here at half.
Not Roma. Nanami. I don't think it is.
We're not going to go and go. Someone's stumbling into that.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I'm the one that's calling it, not him.
Yeah. Tell me when you need something to be cut. He said you got the golf ball, right? Who did you get with the golf ball?
I thought it was Primer.
No, it's my daughter.
Oh, sorry.
He's a Japanese kid.
Oh, was it?
He's not, You called it my daughter. No, he said, but what a goal. What a goal, but.
Yeah.
Brilliant goal.
So I thought I saw 16 from where I was.
Hang on, yeah.
Hey, it happens to the best of us anyway.
Doesn't matter. If the guy said, thank you for going, that's the one.
I love watching Kelly Lockhart play, but she's really. But she shut her and she shut Masuda down as well. And I know Masuda's threatening at the best of times, so. Yeah, but you guys, you're playing to the conditions. Heidelberg or not, that's the thing. That's what I put over on commentary. Is you guys are playing to the conditions, and Heidelberg haven't done that yet. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
So I think you'll come back.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking as well.
I've never seen him. I've been doing this.
Yep. I think we've got 2 clients and one of them only wants the next. So I need to make sure I don't hear you and then it should be good. toy competition. My apologies as well. The score not Natalie Grime in the end. Had a correction at halftime, so massive apologies on my behalf, but the second half is underway here at CB Smith Reserve, with Brunswick Juventus taking a 1-0 advantage. So there is Nanami who scored that first goal for Brunswick Juventus. Good lob in here now, chance for Coppola, and she's been offside. So some key takeaways from the first half of this one in particular. That's Brunswick Juventus are playing to the conditions this afternoon. Heidelberg failing to play to the ever deteriorating conditions here at CB Smith Reserve. Maybe Heidi Dry to throw this ball in now for Matsuda. Cut off again. Sikorsky. Coppola. That ball goes out of the touch. It'll be a throw in here for Heidelberg United through Heidi Dro. She throws that ball in for Masuda. So call's going to stay with Heidelberg. And it will be Heidi Dry to... Thought she was going to take that free kick, but it actually will be Cameron Barrero here for Heidelberg, and she'll be... And that will be set-piece free kick with the wall standing on the edge of the 18-yard box here at CB Smith Reserve. So a chance for Heidelberg, who are now kicking to the right of your screen. To the left of the screen, of course, is Brunswick Juventus. Barrero. Good cross in. Oh, not bad on the attempt either there from Cameron Barrero. Not a bad attempt at all. Tried to go for broke from about 25 yards out. So will be Peyton Woodward to kick this goal down. Does so. Burke on the back of that one. Middle of the park now for Anastasia Rommel. A quick run here. Heidelberg will get possession back here through Kerwood Wagner. But she's been dispossessed and cut off. Kicked away there by Alyssa Smith. And it will be back into the hands here of Mia Bailey for Heidelberg United. Mayada. Good sliding challenge there from McEwen. Brought down beautifully there by Mayada, and Lockhart's going on a bit of a run, and that might have been a bit too much on the cross there from Kelly Lockhart. Kerwood Wagner will keep this ball in here on the right-hand side now for Heidelberg. And Heidelberg might get another opportunity, and as I say, that's ball's been cut away. Brunswick Juventus almost running out of real estate there. Well, Sienna Coppola. Good contact made, good challenge made by Heidelberg. That ball goes out the touch. Good run there from Sienna Coppola, but even better there from Heidi Dry. It was a really strong challenge. But it's going to go the way of, it's going to go the way of Brunswick, and Heidelberg not overly pleased, not overly thrilled with that decision. Heidi thought it was going to be her ball. Mackenzie cut off in the end, and Heidi Dry is going to come for a bit of a run. Wild. Got dispossessed there, Mayada now for Heidelberg. Try to go for Matsuda, and again, Brunswick are playing really well to their conditions this afternoon here with CB Smith Reserve. Matsuda. All lobs in. Dry Masuda back to Heidi Dry and try to go inside. Vlapoulos from long range. Good touch on that one there from Peyton Woodward again. And she's been a marvel in goals this afternoon as Peyton Woodward. There will be another corner kick here for Heidelberg through Cameron Barrero. There's Anastasia Romero just stretching the hamstrings out just to make sure it stays nice and warm. Whether we're starting to get a little bit cooler here now at Faulkner. Barrero from the corner. Head away here by Brunswick Juventus. Mayada did well. There's Anastasia Romero, and they're away here again now. Mackenzie. Unfortunately for Brunswick to handle, and Mia Bailey on the last line of defence here for Heidelberg. Short pass. Good there for Hayson. Now to Wild. Wild back to Hayson. Masuda. Barrero. Mayada. Kerwood Wagner might hit the deck, and she does. So Samantha Kerwood Wagner on the edge of the 18-yard box, and that's another yellow card now for Brunswick Juventus. Their second of the afternoon. As for Heidelberg to equalise and try and swing the momentum in this game, because Brunswick have been against solid in the back end. It's only going to be Catherine Velopoulos or Cameron Barrero taking this set-piece free kick here for the Burgers. 23 or so yards out from goal. Wall set up inside the penalty spot by Brunswick Juventus. It will be Catherine Velopoulos from inside because she put it up, and good set piece, but great keeping again there from Peyton Woodward. Which will result in another corner here for Heidelberg. cross in. Heidelberg, can they get on the back end of that one? Good attempt there, Cameron Barrero. And crossed away. Might stay inside the box here for Heidelberg. And can they clear the line, Brunswick? They will. And Brunswick are going to go on a bit of a run, but they got stopped at the gates, but they get possession back. Mackenzie on the run now here. So again, another few chances there gone begging there for Heidelberg. As Brunswick player in a little bit of pain, whether it might be cramp or maybe something different to the leg. Physio goes out there now for Brunswick. And we will have a halt in play. So Heidelberg starting to warm up on the left-hand side just to get the legs warm. So there might be some substitutions coming very, very shortly for both Heidelberg and Brunswick Juventus, and I think Heidelberg might be making their first sub very, very shortly. Again, we've got a couple of other games happening across round 6 of the NPL Women's Victoria. Essendon, Alamein. As I said, Alamein played Heidelberg last week and netted a 1-1 draw, giving Heidelberg their first draw of season 2025. And South beat Brunswick. Brunswick were brave for most of the game, but South, well, they scored a couple of late goals late in the piece to make sure that the results go their way. So, if you just missed it last night, Preston Lions 4-3 over Bentley, South Melbourne 4-1 over Box Hill, and FE Academy a 2-1 win over Spring Hills. As I said, Essendon Royals and Alamein, the other game happening, and then only just kicked off at the Venado Club not too long ago was Bulleen Lions and Booandara Kerry Eagles to finish round number 6 of the NPL Women's competition. So plenty of games across all facets of the NPL Victoria competition, both men's and women's. Still 0-0 at the Veneto Club. And it is 1-1 at the moment between Essendon and Alamein, as goal has been scored, which we'll get to very, very shortly. Alamein have now taken a 2-1 lead in that one. So, yeah, so 0-0 between Bulleen and Booandara, 0-0, and of course Alamein now leading 2-1 over the Essendon Royals out in Essendon this afternoon. Headed away there, Heidelberg, and it's going to stay with Brunswick Juventus, who continue to hold on to a 1-0 lead courtesy, no, we'll get this right this time, of Shishido Nanami. Nathali Chaya throws ball in. It's cut away there by Kerwood Wagner. Vlaopoulos. For run now here is Hasten. Good touch there from Mitsuda. Mayada. The two Japanese women combining a bit too much there for Kelly Lockhart to get on the back end for. So Anastasia Ramel, I think, has come off just as a precautionary. And just trying to see who might be on the pitch there for Brunswick Juventus. So I'll give to you very, very shortly. Heidelberg are going to make a change here, and they are. So Nicole Cooper is going to come on. And Catherine Villar-Polos, who's been very serviceable so far this afternoon, she is going to make her way off the pitch. Put on a really, really good stint. Wild. Dry. Here for Heidelberg. Good touch there for Kerwood Wagner. Masuda. Shishida Nanami is caught in a rock and a hard place. She's got two to deal with, and Masuda read that one like a book over Nanami. Throwing here for Brunswick. Chaya. For Hayson, Mia Bailey. Back to Hayson. Mayada in defensive third here for Heidelberg. Finds Rosie Wilds. Lockhart through the middle now. Couldn't find a teammate. And again, it's a wall of black and white shirts to clear their lines here for Brunswick, and they're doing a fantastic job in doing that. Shea, Nanami. Nathali Chea, can she keep that ball in? She can. Skipper this Brunswick Juventus side. Bit of a pull and tussle there. Heidelberg and Brunswick. They might be going on a bit of a run here now through Molly Burke. Kerwood Wagner try to kill that ball inside the 18-yard box. And Nami clears it away now for Brunswick. Butler. Barrero. With back pass there. Burke. Try to find Mayada, and 3 or 4 defensive plays there for Brunswick in the back third, and they'll clear their lines again. Cameron Barrero will throw this ball in here as the ball goes out of touch, and it'll be a throw in here for Heidelberg. Still 1-0 here at CB Smith Reserve between Brunswick and Heidelberg. Burke, Masuda, Barrero. Cut off there by Sikorsky. McKenzie. Mayada. Cooper. Chance inside in now for Heidelberg. It's been cut off again. Masuda through the middle now for Heidelberg. Crosses inside, couldn't juggle it there in the end. Was Nicole Cooper. Now ball goes over the byline. It'll be a goal kick here for Brunswick. As the rain has stopped here now at CB Smith Reserve. Probably the first time we've had consistent dry weather. Still very dark and gloomy, though, across Melbourne. Cooper. Lockhart. And Keely Lockhart tried to go for broke inside and not to be for one of the more well-rounded veterans for Heidelberg. McKenzie. On the one he was Rexepi. Who was the one who's on now for Anastasia Ramel. As the Brunswick bench cheer for some great plays made by Juventus in the last couple of plays, last couple of possessions. Wild. A couple of deals. She's got 3 to deal with. And it's going to go away to Brunswick. Bit of a late call there. Referee again just trying to wait for advantage to be played. And not to be. So Brunswick now to set themselves up for potentially a chance at doubling their lead. Curls inside. It's a battle for the ball now. And Heidelberg win that one out. Kerwood Wagner. Try to get out of touch. Not to be in the end. And Lott ran out of real estate at the end of the day. Another throw in here coming. For Brunswick Juventus. As they continue to lead this one. Capola hits the deck. And it's a free kick again for Brunswick. Sienna Capola hitting the deck there. It'll be Nathali Chaya to take this free kick here for Brunswick. Nathali Chaya just looking for a couple of options. Headed away here for Heidelberg. They're going a little bit of a run here. Kerwood Wagner. Might lose it. She does. Well done by Brunswick. Good hustle and tussle there from Melissa Smith. And all that hard work. It's gone undone. Barrero inside for Kerwood Wagner. Chance here for Kerwood Wagner. It was the right shot. Unfortunately, she lost her footing at the very last minute and goes left side of the post. Much to the collective gasp of everyone inside the grandstand here at CB Smith Reserve this afternoon. Probably one of Heidelberg's greatest chances in this second half has come there. It was a good save, though, by Peyton Woodward. And Heidelberg will get possession back. Burke. Masuda. Mayada fighting for the ball there alongside McKenzie. And McKenzie wins that one out. Might have gone out. It has. There for the Namis. We're going to get another substitution this time around here for Heidelberg. Bronte Peel will come on for Keely Lockhart. As Heidelberg now trying to exude some fresh legs onto the pitch. Thought Lockhart's been fantastic this afternoon, just unfortunately hasn't collated to a goal that she probably would love to at least get for Heidelberg. But maybe with some fresh legs on for Bronte Peel for her to maybe make an impact here for Heidelberg. As Ayada did really well, kept her footing, tried to go along with the advantage free kick. And it'll be a free kick here for Heidelberg. Give him a chance now. It will be Cameron Barrero. We'll take this set piece free kick here for Heidelberg. Mayada blocked away nicely by Nathali Chea. So Barrera trying to do something completely different and just unfortunately has not gone to script. It'll be Hardy Dry now to throw this ball in. She does. Wild. The ball goes out of touch again. We'll stay with Heidelberg. Headed nicely there by Molly Burke. She'll get ball back. Good touch there for Wild. He's pushed herself up the pitch a little bit. And cleared away. Wild. Dispossessed here by Mackenzie. Well done by Mackenzie. Sienna Capola on a bit of a run. Try to go through for a bit of space. Nanami. A battle there between Kerwood Wagner. Mayada, Masuda, juggle nicely there for Kerwood Wagner, who's been threatening in the front third so far in this game. Chance now here for Bronte Peel. And it's gone over the crossbar. And another chance there for Bronte Peel, another chance for Heidelberg. She shows how solid their defensive pressure has been so far this afternoon, Brunswick Juventus. And Peyton Woodward, who's been really the general behind the sticks. Would love to claim a clean sheet this afternoon in front of the home faithful. Mayada. Wild. Hasten. Mayada. Good last touch there from Heidelberg. However, Brunswick might try and go on a counter-attack. It's a clean challenge there from Heidelberg. Ball goes out, and it will stay with Brunswick. Brunswick fans starting to find their voice inside the grandstand here at CB Smith Reserve. Chance here for Brunswick to go for a bit of a run. They couldn't get in the back end of that one. Cut off there by Hasten. McEwen. And Brunswick, again, still playing to the conditions more so what Heidelberg are so far this afternoon. And they've turned that ball over. A late challenge, late call. We'll see Heidelberg get the free kick. And ball will come back for Rosie Wild. She tried to touch it off quickly. Bit too much there on that cross inside the box for Bronte Peel by Cameron Barrero. Mackenzie. Run here is Layla Butler. Butler, can she retain possession? She does. Nanami here for Brunswick. She's going to go for a little bit of a run. That ball's gone over the touchline. As we're about to see yet another substitution here for Brunswick Juventus. And it will be Natasha Colosimo coming on for Mackenzie. So Brunswick just going to exude some fresh legs into the squad. Tasha Colosimo, her sixth appearance, the 19-year-old for Brunswick. Bit of a run there. Ball staying with Brunswick. Ball staying with Heidelberg, I should say. As they're going to go with a quick throw in. Barrero, that ball got blocked off, and it's going to stay again with Heidelberg, and it will be seen up nicely here for a corner kick. And she gets along with it straight away. Mayada inside the box. Peel might go inside. It does. And Heidelberg tie things up. Good cross in there for Heidelberg. And Heidelberg finally get the breakthrough they need to tie things up. It's equalised here with CB Smith Reserve. Heidelberg United now locked up here with Brunswick Juventus. 1-0. Nanami. Butler. Nanami. Chaya. Sliding in there is Mia Bailey. Cooper. Masuda. And Peyton Woodward gets on the back end of that one. And Peyton Woodward was not pleased with the defense lapsing concentration because Brunswick was so good up until that point. And unfortunately, let one slide through to the opposition. So we're all tied up here. CB Smith Reserve. Hardy Dry. Bronte Peel. Back to Dry in this middle part of CB Smith Reserve. Wild. Touch there, Masuda. Might be a bit too much in the end there. Courtesy Nicole Cooper. Ball goes out of touch. It will be a Heidelberg throw in. So the subs for Heidelberg really getting themselves involved in this one. Bronte Peel. Nice stick around here for Kerwood Wagner. It does. Barrero. Lobs inside. Chancing now for Bronte Peel, but Peyton Woodward on the last line of defence there for Brunswick Juventus. She's been superb so far this afternoon, the American keeper. Played football in Iceland last season. Butler. Side again here for Layla Butler. Chancey now. And not enough power on that one. Mia Bailey's able to get on the back end of that one. This ball goes through the middle. For Sikorsky. Woodwards. Lobbing that ball out of the danger zone. Cooper. Mayada. With ball there for Matsuda. Now to Bronte Pill on the right-hand side. Locked away beautifully there by Nathali Chaya. Corner kick coming here for Cameron Barrero. So cross coming here. Peel. And they clear their lines for the time being. Brunswick Juventus. It's going to go inside again here for Heidelberg. Cooper. Good touch back here for Barrero. Chaya. Hayson. Killed Wagner. Good touch there for Matsuda. So Heidelberg getting couple touches on this one. Lob here for Bronte Pill to work with. She's got now Nathali Chaya to deal with. Good inside here. And that is superb there from Matsuda. Sarah Matsuda puts Heidelberg in front. And the Japanese star has worked hard all afternoon, and she's finally been paid the dividends that she's warranted. Flexes to her bench and her teammates. And Heidelberg now take the lead here at CB Smith Reserve, courtesy of Sarah Matsuda. Heidelberg United 2, Brunswick Juventus 1. And Heidelberg now looking to potentially securing their fourth win of the season. Suda, dispossessed there by Nanami. The two Japanese going at each other. Likewise, Mayada, another Japanese star. Tried to lob that inside for Bronte Peel, but it was cut off in the end there. By Sikorsky. Ball goes out for a throw in here for Heidelberg. We're coming into the last 10 or so minutes of normal time before stoppage time. We will get maybe 3-4 minutes of stoppage time. So we're in for probably a good 14-15 minutes left of, I'd say, football here at CB Smith Reserve for round number 6. At least, as we're seeing another substitution now for Heidelberg United about to be made shortly. So it'll be made shortly. As the ball's going to go out to touch, and it will. Sub officially about to be made here for Heidelberg United. In not too distant future. Mayada. Kurt Wagner gets through one of our last defenders. Inside of him, Matsuda. Bronte Peel. And Peyton Woodward gets on the back end of that one. Good hand touch there by Peyton Woodward, and she's barking instructions to her defenders to get into position for this set-piece corner. So Brunswick Juventus were in a very good position not too long ago, but Heidelberg have been able to get 2 quick goals on the board. And will be Cameron Barrera to take the corner kick here for Heidelberg. Goes inside. Cooper's boot on that one. Barrera again trying to go for Bronte Peel, who's very deep. Couple there for Brunswick, and they cleared a line temporarily. Only temporarily, of course. As we're finally going to see the substitution. And it'll be Chua here for Heidelberg coming on for Heidi Dre. Mayada. Woodward looking for teammates. Nanami. It's cut off here by Mayada. Barrero. Sure. Good battle there. And Brunswick might win the throw, and they do. Cameron Barrero throws his ball in. Headed away here by Juve. Can they balance their act here with the ball? They can't. Wild passes back to Bailey. Masuda. Up in the air there with McEwen. Ball goes out of touch again. So Heidelberg looking for their 4th win of the season. Take a 2-1 lead after trailing 1-0 at half-time. Cooper. Spin electric. Likewise, Bronte Peel. That ball ricocheted courtesy of Nathali Chea. And it'll be a corner kick here for Heidelberg. So we're close to stoppage time beginning here. Heidelberg is seeing their options for the set-piece corner, and Brunswick getting themselves into position. And for Cameron Barrera, that was a wayward corner. It's gone over the byline the left-hand side of the post, and now a chance for Brunswick Juventus to potentially set themselves up. For official just looking at his watch, and as I said, we're probably not too far away from stoppage time. Beginning here at C.B. Smith Reserve as we're now into junk time in this clash. Easy enough for Bailey to grab as we look to next week's games between and seeing where both sides play. And believe it or not, we're in early May next week. How quickly the year has gone. So Brunswick Juventus will be away to Alamein at Dorothy Laver West Reserve, while Heidelberg are back at the Olympic Village next Saturday, 4:15, and they're taking on Box Hill United, who are licking their wounds after that 4-1 loss to South Melbourne last night at Wembley. Peel. Good body-on-body contact there, Bronte Peel. Good juggling there from Nicole Cooper. Chance for Nicole Cooper. It goes over the crossbar. Heidelberg looking threatening for their third. Wild. Passes back. Bailey just lobs that one long. On the run here is Nicole Cooper. She kept her footing, did really well there. Taking on Sikorsky. So Cooper lobs inside again. Masuda, already a goal to her name this afternoon. She's been dispossessed in the end. But Mike regained possession back here for Heidelberg. They do. Well done. And slipping over there was Chua. Nathali Chaya. Smith. Ball goes out of touch. And there are a lot of tired legs out there on the pitch right now. Brunswick looking to try and equalise late in the piece. Heidelberg with possession though. Suda. Through the middle here now for Nanami. Brunswick's only goal scorer on the score sheet this afternoon. Sikorsky. Chaya. Butler. Back for Nathali Chaya. Now lob this one inside. Rexepi. Couldn't beat Mia Bailey at the end. It's Mia Bailey looking for options. As I said, leading from the back this afternoon in place of Steph Galea. Has led her team well so far. They lead 2-1 in this one. Bonnie one contact there between Kerr Wagner and Layla Butler. Ball goes out. It's going to go the way of Heidelberg, much to the chagrin and dismay of the Brunswick faithful. And Kerr Wagner did really well to just sucker and bait in Layla Butler to have last touch on that ball. Chaya. Butler goes down. And it's going to stay with Heidelberg. A lot of feeling in this one. There's Layla Butler feeling worse for wear. Brunswick potentially might have to make another substitute here. We're now just in red time here in this one. Brunswick just going to take just some extra time, and while they do that, we'll quickly go around the grounds to some of the other games that are happening across the NPL women's competition. At the Veneto Club between Bulleen and Buendara. It's currently 1-0 at half-time. Bulleen leading that one. And they've just hit full-time at Essendon. Alamein with a 4-2 win over the Royals. So big win for Alamein, and they'll take a lot of momentum, and they take on this team that are playing right now in Brunswick Juventus next week at home. So 3 points there for Alamein. As I said, Heidelberg are back at the Olympic Village next Saturday night, and they take on Box Hill United. Masuda. Bronte Peel's going to go for a bit of a run here for Heidelberg. That ball's just going to land before the byline. Good touch there for Burke. Back to Bronte Peel. Ball gets ricocheted. Burke again from long range. Good attempt there by Molly Burke. And that is it. Heidelberg hold on at the very last second. And they get the job done 2-1 over Brunswick Juventus. Heidelberg's 4th win of the season. And Brunswick were brave yet again, but unfortunately another second half failure for them has cost them the 3 points this afternoon. After staying so strong and being 1-0 up at half-time, Heidelberg were able to sort of fight back and score 2 goals very late in the piece. As I said, Brunswick Juventus are on the road next week. They're off to Dorothy, Labour, West Reserve to take on Alamein. Heidelberg are at home to Box Hill United. As we close play here this afternoon and we finish up, it's a big win here for Heidelberg United, their 4th win of the season. It'll keep them inside that top 3. And Brunswick Juventus still trying to find a bit of consistency in their game. They'll be able to sort of continue to do that as the season wears on. It's a long season ahead. So Brunswick Juventus now go to 1-5 on the ledger. And Heidelberg United go 4 wins, a draw and a loss. So on behalf of the entire team, good afternoon here from CB Smith Reserve. Heidelberg United getting the job done, 2-1 in the end over Brunswick Juventus. Thank you, boss.